What up, what up, what up, what up? I am Justkiing, ZA, real name Parandwa Gift Ramulai. And I'm a rapper, artist, producer, also political activist. Man, that's what I do. And my name, Justkiing ZA, it's basically a name that has evolved over time. Basically, I was inspired by Ti. Ti is one of my favorite rappers, top three, and he used to call himself a king. And you know what I'm saying, king. I think he even named his son King, one of his sons King. And every time I listened to Ti, I also felt like a king. King of the South, king of whatever. And then I just kept it at that. I said I'm king, and then from there I had to now kind of rebrand as time goes, and then it became King Pictures. Then from there it became Justkiing, and then I saw that the name is too generic, so I had to change the spelling to make the spelling even more, unique, so that when you search it, it's unique. So I added the double I and the ZA to represent South Africa. So Justkiing ZA. In my music journey, I'm very far because I might not be out there in terms of like I'm selling records just of yet, but creatively I'm very far in terms of like the music knowledge. I have a lot of knowledge in the music. I feel like I've done everything. I've come full circle to a point where any buzz in my name or anything that I do just becomes I know how to turn it into something that I can roll it out. I can go further with it, rather than someone who didn't have knowledge, someone who just got lucky and succeeded, and now they don't know where to go. Me, I know where to go. I know if my music blows up or anything blows up, I know where to take it in order to expand my brand and leverage my brand and get the most out of my brand. So that's what I've done in other endeavors that have blown up for me, which is content creation. That's where I've made a name for myself on TikTok and all that. But that knowledge of music and every research that I've done allows me to have an advantage over everyone because I can leverage more. What inspired me to pursue that was that I was inspired, by the hip hop and what it was doing. Basically, I used to love music from a young age. I used to listen to pop music and all that, and then after that, my brother Mentenius started listening to hip hop, and to me, it was something that I just caught on. It was just automatic for me. I didn't need him to teach me or say, hey, he taught me a lot, but for me it was instant. Like the way those guys were rapping with confidence, I've never had a black person speaking with so much confidence. Speaking, there's inspirational. If you want inspiration, there's that. You want to feel braggadocious, like I'm dope or whatever, there's that. There's a love song, you know what I'm saying? There's that, there's all facets into this thing, and the confidence and the bravado that the people use in order to express themselves. That to me was amazing, and I just fell in love with it, and I'm still in love with it. Yeah, it's a culture for me. The whole culture of hip hop, it's a blessing for a person to express themselves. So that's why I fell in love with it. It gave me character, and I just so happened to be good at it also. My first rap song, I have songs that I wrote, but they were never recorded, but I won't count those ones, because those were unrecorded. My first rap song is a song called Till I Die, and that song is a song that when my brother got his computer, started recording us on FL, he sent me a beat. I was not staying with him, I was at Joburg and he was back home, and then I had the beat, and then I had been writing songs the whole time for 5 years, maybe 3 years before, So I put all that work. With the moment a beat found me, I was able to just put it together. And that song, Till I Die, was a song about, passion. As I said, we're coming back to passion once again. I was passionate about this rap thing, and I wanted to say that I'm gonna do this thing till I die. I'm gonna do this thing until I die, because it really means that much to me, because it really allows me to express myself. And I was just expressing that this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I love, and this is me, this is part of my character trait. My way of writing lyrics was inspired by, I can say two things. As I said, I'm a lover of pop music, and I always used to love when I listened to Celine Dion, when I listened to Westlife, how they would express love, an empty street, an empty house, a hole inside my heart. I'm all alone. Do you understand? Like the melody and the accuracy, and like the enunciation of emotion through words. You know what I'm saying? The enunciation of words in that way really inspired me. That's why I started writing love songs in the beginning. I wasn't rapping, I was singing, sort of. And then from there, that when now I got into rap, I got into Eminem, I got into 50 Cent, I got into Dr. Dre. And to me, those guys, they would always have those emotional songs. Do you understand? They would have the hard-hitting songs, but then they would have that emotional song. So I would put those two together, and then from there, the big part of this thing, the catalyst, was Tupac. When I listened to Tupac and Dear Mama and all that, that was it. To me, that was like, I'm gonna put all these things together. Tupac is very emotive. His voice goes up and down. He takes you on a journey. I take all of that, and then I make sure that I always have these choruses that are emotional, like pop songs, like I was Celine Dion, like those guys, and then I fuse it all. It's all just a melting pot of fusion of things. But the number one thing that puts it all together was the bravado of Tupac, to say that, okay, I'm gonna say this thing my way, with my type of voice. So basically the answer is, a lot of things inspired my music, and it's all a culmination of all those people, and myself as well. And the center of it is inspiration. I love inspiring people. I love creating a message that inspires people. When you listen to music, you mustn't just be dancing, whatever you dance, but there's gotta be something that inspires you to say, let me wake up and do something tomorrow. The first time that I entered a stage to perform, that was at UJ, and we were doing the music extravaganza with my friends. We created a group called Sunset Blaze. That group might just come back as well. It was an R&B group. They would sing, I would produce, and then I would rap at the end. So we just met magically. I met the guy who was part of the group that I was with when I first started there, and then we were staying at the same res, and then I met the girl on my own. I was sitting at the student center, and then I decided, let me put these two people together. And then I knew the guy could sing, because we did some performances there at the res, but I didn't know that girl could sing. So when we started doing our thing in front of the girl said, let me just I wanna surprise you, because I see you guys like music. And then she said, we must turn around, and then she started singing. And when she sang, it was like a combination. And then from there, that's when we started that thing. And then immediately when we just recorded on the laptop mic, beautiful songs were made. Even songs to me today I can't even explain. They're so good, those songs, So then we went and performed. The video's there on YouTube. Sunset Blaze, just search Sunset Blaze performance. You can find it. And then that was an amazing experience. We went there. There were a lot of talented people. Some of them I still have their contact. Yeah, and then we went, and we were not intimidated, and we went there and we performed those songs. Yeah, and we got a standing ovation. People clapped. It's there on video, and yeah, it was a nice experience, and another experience that showed me that this is something that I like to do, and it's a magical thing, music. No, I've never had a manager, because I'm an all-rounder, and I found that I've done more research than everybody. I've done more research, and I found that a lot of people are traitors out there. Especially if they don't get you, if you don't do the type of things they do. Remember me, I don't drink. I don't smoke, I don't do, and I've noticed that usually when you are like that, you need to find people that are like that as well, because people might just start hating you for no reason. They're like, this guy, whatever, and they end up plotting against you. And they end up robbing you. They end up, just because of they don't understand what you are. So for me, I've the delay in my time to get to the success of the total success of music has allowed me to kind of like be able to understand the game even more than people's managers. I find myself hanging around with a lot of managers. Do you understand? So I'm an all-round. I find a lot of people like I'm always on lives with no time, all those things. So I'm always learning the business side of music, so I understand it. I understand that thing. As I said, that I know how to leverage more because of the delay. So the delay is not a curse, it was actually a blessing, because I understand everything about the game. I understand distribution, I understand marketing now. As I said, now my platforms have blown up. I understand how to create numbers. I know how to grow platforms. I know how to do all those things, because I have also expanded myself in terms of knowledge, in terms of like, I don't only do music, I do everything around music also. I got a platforms, I got a podcast. You know what I'm saying? So I understand how to create numbers for myself, and I know what to do if the moment happens for me. I know where to go further. I understand about branding. I know how to take proper photographs of myself to brand myself. I know, you understand? So the only thing that I need is people just to now graphic design my things. That's it, yeah, so I found that I don't need a manager. What attracts listeners to my music is the fact that my music ages well. A lot of people, they can listen to my music today, and they might say, this guy is whack, or this guy is not good, or this guy does not rap like everyone else. He does not have the same, as I said, I'm inspired by pop. A lot of people don't listen to pop, like generic pop nowadays. They listen to it, it's mixed up, So I know that my music and everything that I do, over time, it people start to love it. The music also, even myself, over time, I end up loving. I love my music in the beginning, but the self-doubt there and there. Like, did I do it? Especially when you release and you don't get the numbers. But over time, even myself, when I listen to that music, and I get it, that my purpose in life, my gift in life, it's not instant success. It's a growth, and a success to learn and to kind of like become a master. I'm born to become a master, and that is why I don't have a problem with any delays and whatever, because I end up being a master. I end up being a jack of all trades, a hub of knowledge, and when that moment comes for me, everyone else, those people who were banging in the beginning, they've fallen off, and me, I'm still here. Do you understand? And at that point, I'm able to just do everything so easily. I'm able to even have more impact than all of them, because they came, they ran, they went down. Me, I'm a master. I'm a traveler. And I've learned that I'm supposed to enjoy my journey, because in the end, I'll be the master. I will be sensei. I will be the master. That has never failed in my life. I've always been the master. I've never had the success in the beginning. No, but I know not to be angry for that thing. I know that I must not be angry that my success has not happened in the beginning. I know that in the future it's so easy for me. I am the master, I'm the controller of everything around me, and I can take myself further and further and further. And yeah, man. The most challenging part of my journey was having to be destined to walk this journey alone. Do you understand? It's not something that is bad. It's just a destiny. It's a destiny. Sometimes your God wants you to walk this journey alone, because I've tried to work with people, but it's always a betrayal. Do you understand? You find yourself working with someone who's got equipment and all that. You are coming in, you're working on a tape in your mind and downloading beats the whole year. Then you go back at the end of the year hoping that we're going to work together and promote this thing, and then you find the person literally just dumping all your stuff and just leaving you behind and not doing anything with it. So that has been something that's always been happening, where you think that other people can be in groups, and it's successful, and they love each other and whatever. For me, it's never been the case. I've never been that person to be accepted, by a group of people where we work together and we look out for each other. No. So that has been like, even I had to learn beats. I had to learn how to create my own beats. Do you understand? I had to learn how to create my own beats because, you know what I'm saying? Those guys that I was working with there, in the some group that I was with, you know what I'm saying? I saw that I'm gonna be slow. So I ended up like even buying myself equipment. I didn't have money to buy myself equipment, but whichever opportunity came, I used it for equipment. I ended up owning my own equipment and doing my own thing. So I started to realize over time that is something that will I am destined for this journey. I have to walk this journey alone, and then but I'm not alone, because as I said, my brother, he's like, to me, the guy who strikes the idea. He doesn't have to run with me for air. No, he just strikes the idea, and then me, I have to stand there and do it myself and grow. And he's doing it himself, and everyone. And that's how I learned to be independent. So that's a tough journey. It's nice to work with people and be with people, but sometimes we're not destined to be in groups and all that. We are destined to learn ourselves and learn how to be independent. My first album is an album called A King's Throne. That is an album, to be honest, that is an album that I worked on since 2009. Although not all the songs that I worked on made it to the album, but there's many songs there that were on that initial album that I was working on. I used to just write in the books. I used to write in the books, and I just have lyrics, and then I remember I used to, in the cupboard, I used to have it was full of my lyrics, that cupboard, So 2009, 2010, I moved to Joburg, and then when I moved to Joburg, I lost those lyrics, but I still remember some of the choruses. And then when my brother got a computer, laptop, started doing his things with his group, Goodfellas, when I came, I started my solo career, and then I started recording that project, and I called it A King's Throne. And then I took a picture, and then I was designing on BlackBerry, remember BlackBerry? I made the artwork there, and then I came back, I recorded in June, and then I came back again in December. I recorded that album with the songs like Stop Time, One Man Show, Till I Die, as I said, the first song I did. And it was a very beautiful album, very, very beautiful album. Yeah, I recorded it in a couple of weeks, it was done. It was a very beautiful album. It was me hearing all my influences, my flows and all that. I did that, and that was the album. that I did. It never came out, which is something I regret that it didn't come out. But one thing about me, I will always make sure one song comes out. So one song came out, which was a song called Cruising, and that was a song that me and my brother were supposed to make a remix of, but we had problems with our mics. But that song got 300 downloads. I pushed it to 300 downloads, and for me, that's when now consistency started to happen for me. Every time I work, one thing must come out. At least one thing a year must come out. Okay, my last album to be released. I have a EP. I have an EP, and I'll explain the EP and the album. So the last album, I'll start with the last album, right? The last album is called Gentle Soul, and the Gentle Soul it had about 10 tracks, and that album, it was a very experimental album. It was very experimental. If you listen to it for the first time, you'll think like, what this guy's doing? It's messed up. There's auto-tune everywhere. I took out the sounds from the sound, so you don't hear the top end of the sound. So when we hear piano, you're only hearing the mid-range of it. Every sound, you only hear the mid-range. You don't hear the top end. It sounds mixed up. But for me, that was a beautiful album for me to make, because it was a rebellious album, and I was going through a rebellious time in my life whereby I didn't understand what was happening. But that album was I was just playing with auto-tune. To me, it reminds me of Kanye West when he did 808s and Heartbreaks. So it was something like that. I still want to make an album like that now that I have more skills in production. Definitely I want to make it a more concentrated version of that album, so people can actually hear what I was trying to do. Because that album, over time, as I said, it sounds good now. When I play it, when I'm doing work at home, cleaning or whatever, I understand. But I think I even needed a better artwork for that album. If I had a better artwork, when people listen to that thing and they see the artwork, they would understand what sound I was doing. And then the latest project I put out is called Evergrind. It's a 4-track EP, and that's the project where I found my new sound, where I create amapiano hip hop sort of. It's only one song there, and it's the one with the most streams, and that's the wave I'm on right now. Last album, right? The Gentle Soul one. Remember, I'm only telling you about the album I released. The album I released. But there are other albums that did not come out. They're still going to come out. They have featured a lot of people there. But the one that actually came out, the only artist featured there is my cousin Carol. She's the only one featured there. And she didn't want to sing that chorus. I had to convince her for maybe an hour, to sing that chorus. To sing that part, and it came out nicely. And the first song on that project, Gentle Soul, that she's the only artist featured there. Yes. I plan on releasing more music. Since I said now I know more about the production and everything, I plan on releasing way more music, way more. In my lifetime, I want to release over 30 albums. Yeah, that's what I want to do, and with a lot of songs. Because I've seen that I have to blow up organically. And one of my favorite artists, Ras, for him to blow up, he released over 90 songs for him to blow up. And for him to blow up to the worldwide, he released over 200 songs. Do you understand? So we as people, why are we complaining? We're complaining as people and saying that, hey, it's not working out. But did you release as many songs as Ras? Did you really work hard? Many people did not work hard. They didn't want this thing hard enough. So I haven't done enough. So as I said, I've dropped how many albums? I haven't dropped enough. Until I've over 200 songs, then I haven't worked hard enough. So definitely more music coming. I already have 4 artworks ready. I just need now to fix my laptop and then get back to work and just record as many songs as possible. Rap music currently, it has seen better days. Rap music has seen better days, because, as I said, during my time I was inspired by Tupac. I was inspired by although Tupac is not my generation, he's a way older generation. I was inspired, let me say, T.I. You know what I'm saying? And music then, it was inspiring. It was inspiring. It had an inspiration. It has a message. It is something that you can quote. You can quote that music. When you listen to it, you can. They were speaking about current affairs. They were speaking about things that are happening currently, but it was also melodic. It was also fused with R&B. It was fused with all these things. So the current state of hip hop, there's too much gangster rap now. Not even gangster rap the way we know it. Even olden gangster rap had a message, at least. This current age, they're just singing about popping pills, lean. They are just rapping. You can't even hear what they're saying. It's that thing, what they call mumble rap. They're doing mumble rap, and you can't hear what they're saying. And the beats are the same, The only guy for me with that style who's a magnificent artist is Future. Future is the best. He does that thing, but he's the original. All these guys that are doing it now, they're like photocopies. So they don't know that guy, when he does that thing, his music actually has a message, They got blood on the money and I still count. They got blood on the money. I know the devil is real. I know the devil is real. You understand? He's got a message. When you listen for the first time, you won't hear that message. But when you listen, so the current ones, they're just rapping about unaliving people. They're going to jail. They're exposing themselves on the songs, and then they are high all the time. They are unaliving themselves with overdoses. They are buying drugs mixed with fentanyl inside, and then they smoke it, then they die. And then they don't live long, and you know what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying the current state is not good. We need inspirational rappers back. Okay. My experience learning how to produce, it started back when I was a kid. When I was 2004, I was 9 years old. Yeah, that's when it started. How did it start? The arrival of house music in South Africa, the arrival of Bacardi music in South Africa. Casablanca. You know what I'm saying? That is what we were doing. So we used to play that thing on the drums, on the desks when we were at school. So we used to play it, but I couldn't play everything properly. So that's when my brother was doing it also, and then that's when he taught me the rhythm. I had the rhythm, like how to play advanced version of it. Then I went to school. I used to play it. People used to circle me around. They used to just come and flock, and I was playing on the tables. And I used to do it the whole year, 2004, 2005. I was just doing that, and that's where I got the rhythm. And by the time now the programs came, I was already writing, right? The programs, they came. The first program we had, remember, we had old phones, Java phones. Remember the Motorola's and E250s and all that. We had that, and then my brother came back with an app called Vibe, and then that's the app. He made a beat there. I downloaded it. When he went back to university, I downloaded it and I started making the beats. But for some reason, I just knew how to make it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the rhythm. It's because when you start that your beat is done. If you can put the drums properly, the beat is done. Then you just go and you add a guitar or piano and whatever, But for some reason, the moment I just made the first beat, I was just good. I don't know for what reason, but maybe it's because my father is also a musician and someone who used to play instruments. That's why I say that inheritance is a big thing, the memory, you have the memory of your father. So that's what I can say, because I just went there and I was just good. And then from there, I didn't have a laptop. My brother was making my beats, first album. And then I came in, I made some of the beats also. But the beats were there, they were nice, but they were not full like that. So that's when I went on a journey. I didn't have a laptop. So 2011, right? 2012, 2013, I didn't have a laptop. So I was just, I got into the stage of just putting downloaded beats, But what you don't know, that from those downloaded beats, I was able to be inspired there by those guys. Rocketpro.com, shout out to that guy, what's his name? Nate. Shout out to Nate, incredible producer. That was the best producer. When I was using his beats, I was learning those beats, the sounds and whatever. Shout out to All Rounder Beats. Incredible pianist, emotional beats. Shout out to Jared Beats, all those guys, the SoundCloud producers, the SoundClick producers, the internet producers. And then also my brother's beats also were inspiring when they were making Goodfellas beats and all that, were amazing. So I went there and I just added on top of that. I went and learned what sounds are they using, and it was Nexus. It was the moment I got drum kits and I got Nexus, it was over. I was making brilliant beats. And then from there, when my beats just turned Super Saiyan, they just turned into Super Saiyan for real. The beats just became crazy, So from there, that's when I produced for my brother. I sent him a beat for a song called, for me, that song, what was it called? It was called Endless Journey. That was the name of the beat. And then when I sent it to my brother, he immediately liked that beat, and then he recorded a song at the same time called Success. And that's one of his best songs, one of his most loved songs. Very emotional beat with like rock type of drums. And from there, I just started sending him more and more and more. He ended up making a whole entire album, Maintainers, a Never Die Poor album. Yeah, I made a lot of the beats there, maybe 60%, and then he made the other ones also. And then from the other artists that I produced for, who was it? There's a group called Broken Veins, my cousin's group. And then there was guys in Soweto that I produced for, that I was working with, but unfortunately those guys never really released that music. The only song that I have with them that's out there is a song called Money on the Low. That's my own song. Those guys, I produced a lot of beautiful songs for them, but they never released those things. They set them on themselves back, because if they had released that music, you would have done something for them. Yeah. Stay on the journey. Stay on the journey and have integrity. Yeah, have integrity and stay on the journey. Your efforts are seen. The universe sees your efforts. There's no effort that you can do that the universe does not see. It sees it. By universe, I'm talking about, let me say, it's God. You understand? It's like you sow and sow and sow and sow. You might not see the harvest quite right now, but doesn't mean that you are having a little bit, a little bit of growth, a little bit, even if you don't see it. It's like working out. When you lift weights, you don't see it at first, but with consistency. Do you understand? So that's why I say stay on the course, stay on the journey, and just keep put something. As I said, I was dropping at least one song a year. At least one song. Sometimes I'd drop a project, but a year would not finish without me releasing something. And for me, that incremental growth, that thing is what has contributed to me eventually now being where I am, to a point where now I have 100,000 followers, on a TikTok, even though that's not music, but it's still music. It's content. Do you understand? I am putting out something, curating it in my own way, taking clips of videos, putting it out and doing big numbers. And those people, that traffic, they come to my profile and then they see my picture there, they see Justkiingza. So what does it mean? Brand awareness. So they are aware of me. So I have hundreds and thousands of people, close to 1 million people who are aware of my brand. That's fine for me. We are gonna move, but I know that you are aware of me because I've done that. Everything I've done has led to that point where we can have a little bit of success, Nyana, even if it's not completely where we want it, but it's something. It's not like not having anything at all. The advice that I would give to young artists is that they must. Is the advice that I got. One of the most important advice that I got, and that's the advice from Jay-Z. Oh, Mr. Carter. That's the advice that I got from him. Do what feels right. Do what feels right. Do what is in you, what feels right. He said that you cannot guess being an artist. You cannot guess it. You can only feel it. When you feel that this is the thing that feels right, this is the thing that I do best, do that. Even if it doesn't show anything for 5 years, 7 years, do that, because that will always yield the biggest results. You will be a legend. You will be forever known because of that. Because everything, if you just do something for the sake that this thing is hot, you will be hot for now, but you will always drag down, and you will never have that individuality that makes you special to become a generational artist, a generational creator. Do you understand? For me, I feel like some of us, we are generational because we are still here. How many years has it been? We are still here and we're still opening new doors. You understand? Who knew that I would be on TikTok? Who knew that I would be now starting a podcast on YouTube? Who knew that? Because I'm supposed to be tired by now. I'm supposed to be tired saying that, it didn't work out. Let it. No, but here I am. The moment they said put 10 years in the game, I put 10 years. My things worked out in the 10th year. Do you understand? In the 10th year, my stuff started working out. And I know that the things I'm doing now opens the door for me to put out music also. So it's a win-win. And why is that a win-win? Because I did what I love, and you do that which feels right. Stick to that rather than following trends. Favorite artists? Yeah, it's gonna be mixed. It's gonna be hip hop and other things also. My favorite artists: Tupac, Eminem, of course, Kanye West, let me see, Jay-Z, and then number last will be Coldplay, a rock band. West artist Lil Yachty, yeah. Lil Pump, let's see, Azanian Doll from South Africa, I will say let me see, what's that lady, Queen Twerk, what's her name, I forgot her name. Queen Twerk, she used to twerk and stuff. Faith Nketsi. Last one will have to be, let me see. For me, it's Lil Baby. Okay. Ready? Go. Faith in kids. The universe is disagreeing because she's a beautiful lady. Yeah, she's very, 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 very beautiful, and she has a big brand in terms of like fashion and all those things. So I think maybe that's why the universes disagree. But musically, yeah, she's not good at all. Yeah. Next artist. Let's see. Lil Pump. Yeah. Okay. I think I understand why. Lil Pump is for me the better artist out of all the ones I wrote, because he has a big hit called Gucci Gang. Yeah, it's a big hit. But even though he's not the best rapper, he's not, but at least he can make hits. Yeah. Lil Baby. Lil Baby is he's a good artist in a way, but to me I feel like his genericness is always rapping about the same thing, and to me it's very uninspiring what he raps about. The way he raps, it doesn't sound good. The auto-tune is mixed up, and he could have been great, but he didn't deliver what he was supposed to deliver. And I feel like the universe agrees that someone like him should have been inspiring many, not rapping about gangsterism and all those things. That's why I think the universe agrees that he's trash. Yeah, the next one. Azanian Doll. The universe agrees that she's trash because she is trash. Yeah, she's very much trash. She's the OnlyFans model. She posts her boobs and everything on Instagram and OnlyFans. Beautiful lady, but she's not good at all. There's no song or verse that you can play and say this is good. She doesn't rap on the beat. She's just beautiful, that's it, but there's nothing there. It's just, yeah, I don't even think she can even improve. She can't improve. It's very bad. Yeah, very bad artist. So I'm glad I got that one inside. Okay. The next one. Lil Yachty. Yeah, this is the worst artist ever. This is the worst artist, and I'm happy I got it in because he's the worst artist. There's nothing good about him. Even himself as a person is just some guy who just, yeah, he's everywhere, but this doesn't need to be everywhere. It does not need to be everywhere. Even Joe Biden, my goat Joe Biden, my legend Joe Biden, was right when he shouted at him in the beginning of his career to say, what is this you are doing? You know, what message do you have in your music? When he shouted at him, he was very right. Yeah, even till this day, Lilian, there's nothing to gain from his artistry. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah. Subscribe to Rampit Studios channel. This is the platform to be at. These are veterans, man. This is a veteran, someone who's in this game for a long time, and it's time for this platform to contribute as it was supposed to, and it is going to do that. Subscribe to this channel. This is the place that you want to be. If you're a creative, if you love music, if you're an inspirational person, subscribe to this channel. Rampit Studios. Comment, get us in the algorithm. It's your boy Justkiingza.